Uthram,
Right,
Yes.
advice.
What is it?
Just playing Kobolds and Catacombs, playing
Like,
Shaman.
Ooh,
I can choose my first treasure. It's
They
either
can hear
Pepper
us.
Scrying or Captured Flag or Cloak of Invisibility.
Oh my god! I think Capture
Guys,
Flag is just the
guys,
absolute
live.
god pick.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but he still can't hear us.
he can hear us.
He
He's
can.
got us. He
you
got.
hear us.
He's not deafened anymore, Hangout.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't been for some time.
As soon as you mentioned, whatever it was, he stopped being fucking. Oh
Alright.
god.
Shut
Hello, viewers.
up. Hello.
So, guys, who doing the recap?
Hey, look at Amazon.
Hey, Emsama, why don't you do the recap?
Yeah, and someone you do the recap.
right on time.
You got this.
You guys want me to do the recap?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
go
this.
for it, dude.
Ah,
Can I even see the recap?
I
No, he
mean,
can't.
if Paz wants me to do the recap and you guys
Actually,
are
he
fine with
can.
me doing the recap, I could
Pass.
do
Recap-
somewhat of a recap.
Pass. Did they
I mean,
allow you to
oh,
do the recap?
oh.
Just read through our recap, the recap that Hamp puts up.
Is it another long one?
It's
It's a
really
really
It's
long
not too long.
It's a decently sized one, yeah.
Good luck.
It's gonna take.
Let me get the recap and read it out loud because, that works. Alright. That is decently long. Alright. Last session, back at the tribe, Majana comes running to Uka and Jimny in a blind panic. Bortusk has fallen. Concerned for the party's safety, they contact Majana and have her take them to Yggdrasil via tree portal, from where they rush further out to search for the others. Meanwhile, having collected the dead boar, the party continues to travel towards the suspected territory of the mountain lion tribe until dusk. They set up camp in the open grass plateau, cook the boar meat, then tan the hide, and start to rest. Uka and Jimny have not yet caught up with the party, but have made it to the edge of the woods, so they also hunkered down for the night. During his watch, Riot spots the smoke from their campfire and sends Fang to investigate. He also goes to wake up Iger as a precaution in case of hostility, and they set up an ambush. Uka spots Fang and wakes up Jimny. Knowing the other party is nearby, they pack up their things and follow him to the rest. Detecting Fang's presence, Raya comes out of his hiding spot and they welcome them to their camp. Uka and Jimny inform them of what they have heard, and they all presume it means Bortusk is dead. As the other three go back to sleep, Iger takes the next watch, but Spirits loud snoring suddenly stops, drawing his attention. As he rolls him over, Iger notices the streak of white hair in between his brown locks. He wakes up Avis for the next shift, telling her of the new arrivals and Spears' hair color change. With her superior eyesight and lit by the moons, she too sees the white hair, but also notice him looking thin, almost malnourished. She prays to Uthla, who is very concerned to hear that. She is unable to help, though, as she is occupied. The next morning, the rest of the party is informed of the situation with Bortas, collectively concluding the consequences have finally caught up to him. Spirits is also told what the others found out last night, but he doesn't feel any different. They continue on their way until they reach the mountain line. Tribe's territory boundaries seal themselves and head in. Not much later, they're caught by an ambush from the braves of the tribe and escorted to the stronghold. As the spokesperson of the group, Iger is brought before the chiefess by head brave. I do not know this name, so I'm not going to even attempt. Along with two chosen allies, Spears and Ook. and Uka. As the chiefess enters, they get a bit of a shock. It's the woman they freed in the Water Snake tribe camp. Turns out she's the daughter of the previous chiefess who died while she was captured. The rest of the party is brought in and warmly welcomed by I do not know this name, so I will not attempt. As they present their gifts and converse about creating an alliance between the tribes for military aid and cultural exchange, they granted the opportunity to wash up and join a feast held later that evening. Ryeth goes to the Brave barracks to speak with, the head Brave about teaching his animal training techniques to a handful of the young predecessors by having them
geez.
travel back. I don't care. Travel back with him. At first, this is met with distrust, thinking he wants to keep them as leverage, but that quickly dies down when Ryeth suggests doing the same with the younglings of the deer tribe. The men shake on it, and Ryeth joins the rest of the party by the river. While they washing themselves in the much warmer water of this region, the party points out how during the conversation with the chiefess, she was positively leering at Eager like a predator, eyeing its prey, taking off Avis for some strange reason. Wink, wink, nudge,
Wonder
nudge.
why.
Even goes as far as to suggest binding him to her in coupling for the sake of the future of the tribe. And yeah,
Yeah.
that should be it.
I'd like to point out that there's one flaw in here. Jimmy
Please.
was the one on watch while Uka was asleep.
Okay.
feel
And
like-
that has. And
Yeah,
where we
this is
pick up,
unforgivable.
I do not care. This is past the stream, not yours.
No, it was a hangout.
And when we pick up, and this is where we're gonna pick off. We pick up.
Anyways,
I'm
thank
off
you
there.
for the recap.
And we take off with a flag.
That's your
You're
job every
welcome.
week from now on.
Yep.
Dang it! I got a huge shot. All right, cool. I will make a schedule so that I can have free time just to do recaps. You're welcome.
What? No, you
And
just have
Summer,
to read it.
You're normally
Hangout does them.
here in front. Yeah.
I do them
Okay.
normally,
I know,
but my voice is a little raw right now.
All right, I'll do recap from here on out. Don't worry. I'll just be the voice of the recap.
Nice.
I don't mind.
We just
And
gotta make
anyway,
sure the recap is complete.
Go back,
Time.
mute yourself.
Wow.
Mute
Look at
yourself.
that.
Let's go
Again.
onward.
Nuggins and
Go
Well,
ahead now.
anyways,
Go away.
We pick up where the
past,
DM says we pick up.
Past where we pick up.
Well, you have spent some time relaxing in the warm water. That's where we left off last time, if I remember.
Yeah, I got the home special tent. And went back to the water. Plop.
As the sun is starting to... Has you spent hour in the bath water or so? You see that other people also coming down to wash.
Yeah, I wasn't in the water. I was just sitting by the water.
Mhm. And you can see that many people are looking at you strangely, as they're not used to outsiders, but no hostility so far, just pure curiosity.
Don't relax too much, you might pop one out.
After I'm done bathing, I'm gonna jump out of the water and put on clothing again.
To be fair, I don't remember going into the water.
I got it.
Yeah, because you weren't there for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you left
That
early.
went.
And if Riot still doesn't have him take a shower, I look at him. Maybe you should take a shower too, for
so-
everybody's nose sake.
What's a
I'll
shower?
come back
Wait, what's a shower?
later tonight
so
when
we're gonna
there's
force-
when there's no one here.
As long as you take one, that's the only thing I ask you.
I thought I was a rude one.
No. Apparently he wants to privacy more.
No, you still have yet to explain what the fuck's going on with Spears.
How much that I have to explain?
Well, you kind of left him in the dark with nothing else. You said
Yeah,
basically
because
looked
we
like
don't
shit.
know either.
You said he looked like shit.
Yeah.
There was no
There's
explanation.
There is no explanation. It is only Spears.
How about you, Spears? You feel okay?
Yep.
Question pass. How much time do we seem to still have until the feast? Is there like it's already prepared, or are they still busy doing that?
Well, we've only been here like an hour, so
Well, you can hear activity around the entire encampment, as you can hear people are shouting at each other about, things that needs to be moved around, like food that needs to be prepared, room that needs to be made for the guests. You also start hearing people playing music, as in they're, getting up to snuff for whatever is going to happen later this evening.
Why do I feel like he's pulling the smug face while he's saying that?
Oh, he
Oh
very
god,
much
I
did.
think I know what's gonna happen and I don't like it.
I think I know what's gonna happen. I'm concerned, but I'm thinking it's not on me this time. I think I'm safe.
After
No,
a little
you're
while
not.
afterwards, our servant comes over to you.
Who is you?
well, it comes over to us at the water.
Yes, she comes over to you guys at the water,
Nice.
gives a courtly bow. Chiefess has sent me to show you the tent that you will be staying in.
Oh, thank you. I guess will she come? I basically just started getting dressed.
Yeah, I'll get
Yeah,
out
you-
too. And get
Yeah,
dressed and
Igor's
stuff.
also gonna get out and start dressing himself.
I
mean, if I
you
said
don't
that,
need
I'll-
to hurry up for my sake. I will just be waiting here.
I mean,
Oh, believe me,
considering-
washing up is the least of our interests right now. We want to converse with the rest of the tribe.
Mhm.
Of course, of course. Well, when you're ready to say it, I'll guide you to your tent. Where you can drop your bags and baskets.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lead the way.
Hold on a minute. I don't think we're able to get dressed that quickly, Avis.
You sure about that?
Once we're dressed, I guess.
Yeah, once
I
we're
say that, then boom, solved.
Boom, fixed.
She guides you to a decent-sized tent in the back, up against the cliff face.
So basically, everybody's sleeping together.
Oh boy.
I see
Mm.
nothing.
Oh,
wrong.
wow.
That's the group living style they're used to. So it doesn't surprise me if that's.
It was not an in-game, just off-game question.
Yeah.
Yes, you are guided to one medium-sized tent. You can see that it has been erected because it wasn't here when you first arrived. But as you guys have been washing up, you can see that it has been quickly raised up
Hmm.
and made ready for you.
That was pretty quick.
Nice.
If there's anything you need, you can get a hold of me or anyone who carries um, this necklace. We will be of service to you, as instructed by the chiefess. And she holds up a necklace with um, a mixture of pearls and teeth
Ooh.
hanging down on their chest, hanging downwards.
Do we know what pearls
Um, uh, pearls has in made of clay
Ah, okay.
pearls,
Okay.
and you also see a mixture of in between teeth hangs downwards.
Is
So
there a special
basically-
area where we can find you if we need anything?
Oh, us who serve the chiefess, we normally are in a tent over here or by the chiefess herself. You can just.
Yeah, we probably gonna manage. Thank you.
But there will be a couple of hours before the feast will beginning.
Hmm.
I give her nod. So, guys, who wanna should we look at the tent, arrange who's sleeping where?
I'm already dragging some of the stuff outside. Some of the bedding.
Right. I think in this situation it would be impolite to refuse their hospitality. I know you have more comfort sleeping outside, but I don't think that's gonna work here.
Just this once. Shouldn't hurt you.
I just look at you, and then I keep dragging the stuff.
I figured.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So
just
how does
outside the doorway.
the tent look inside of it?
Oh, he's sleeping just right outside the door.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like just next to the doorway.
Well, outside the tent, there's like this overhanging. So there is still, just outside the tent, there's still, cover. So if you're sleeping outside the door, it would also be fine.
That works
Okay.
perfectly.
Yep.
For the
You'll at
rain.
least get soaked during the night.
So
So
where?
Uh.
What do the tent look inside?
just one big room.
Yes, it's one big room. There is a small annex in the back where you can see small effigies have been set up. Small statues and fetuses have been set up, emulating, the different gods and goddesses and animal spirits and whatnot.
How many alcoves is there for sleeping?
There is no alcoves. There is just
It's one room.
It's one
one large
big
open area.
circular oval area where there is a small. In the back room, there is like. In the back, there is like this small
back rooms?
annex.
Let's go back room.
Well, you would call it a back room, basically an extended opening of the tent where the effigies are at. Then there is like this big oval with a small fireplace in the middle that hasn't been lit yet, where there would be ample place to lay down and sleep at.
So we're all sleeping in one pile together.
Seems like it.
necessarily one
We're
pile.
not stacking like coldwood there, pal.
Yeah, Uga's gonna put her sleeping things in one of the corners. And I look at the people. I'm gonna put my stuff here.
Okay.
As long no one gonna invade my sleeping space, then I'm happy.
Don't plan to.
Igor's gonna lay down his bedding, not so close as to be invasive, but at least within like conversing distance from Uka.
I think that'd be the
So
entire tent.
the other end of the tent, or
No, like at the same like from the approximate distance you are from the fire, just slightly more, just slightly away from your bedding, just at the same like in a
Just
corner
next to
as
you.
well, but no, not necessarily next. Why do you guys have to make this so complicated?
I didn't.
I'm
I get
trying
what I
I'm
get
trying
what you're
to
saying.
not. I'm to make it less complicating. You're the one making all kinds of weird descriptions.
No, you're asking for more descriptions.
how many people could fit between? Just say that.
I'm not gonna be in between you and the fire. I'm gonna be also in against the
The outer wall.
cloth wall, just slightly
Oh,
at a different angle.
the
from
tent
the
is
fire.
not made of cloth. It's made
I
of
know.
hides
Nice.
Oh, okay.
that has been coupled together, basically.
Man, I sure wonder where Avis is gonna put her bedding.
I'm just gonna sleep near the fire. Doesn't matter which side. I don't care.
So you're not gonna sleep close to Alpha?
Nonchalantly puts her bedding next to, well, not next to, but in the vicinity.
It's
of-
like, wow, there's
Igor.
there's a nice space between the two of you. Maybe I'll just stay.
Maybe I'll just slide on in between.
Bro.
Hey, Uka would actually don't mind if Avis slide between because she's trying to get you two guys together.
They're for Team
I think
Avis.
that'd be a bit soon and a bit forward.
Be forward. Why not?
Avis is not forward.
I know.
About this, I should say.
And of course, is anybody gonna freeze? Basically, if I'm gonna freeze, Uka will say, Avis, can you go over and heat him up?
Huh?
Eh?
Does
Actually,
Duke
you
actually
should
say
make
this?
that kind of joke.
Oh, okay.
And Igor's just gonna look at you and be like,
You know, that's not really gonna be an issue here.
I mean,
Basically, if people freeze, just move closer together. Body heat is better.
I'm staying
yeah,
near the fire.
right. For just yeah.
You know, there's also such a thing as overheating.
True.
I don't know what she's talking about.
You're the exception there, Spiros.
Pass,
yeah,
we have a
maybe.
question about around the tent. Nearby the fire, is there any kind of herbs?
From the ceiling of some of the rafters, you can see some flowers has been hung to give a little bit more fragrance, like bouquets,
Basically,
like
I'm
being
thinking,
hanging
could
down.
there be any ingredients to make some tea for the party?
I think we have herbs.
I have herbalism.
You also have a herbalism kit with a mixture for both medicinal or to make something enjoyable like tea or whatnot.
Yeah.
Because Uka basically want to give a warm welcome in the tent for her team members because Uka is like that.
I could make
Sure,
tea.
you can.
I will see if I can find anything.
Should we be filling our stomachs? Aren't we having a feast?
Yeah, we're literally gonna have a feast.
Hey,
I mean, it's just
basically, yeah, I know, but basically relaxing a little before.
Hey man,
just-
nobody said
it's
the
just
feast
water.
was gonna have drinks.
Now that's not
You
true.
get really full from drinking.
I mean, you don't have to.
Well, you don't have to drink. You don't want to.
Do you want me?
She
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wants to be cozy.
Do you want me to make the
I mean,
tea?
you could also choose to have trust in good stuff.
What?
Or maybe we could try, I don't know, their tea. If they know how to do that.
You said berry tea?
Mm,
Their tea.
Their
their
in-
tea.
Is in the
As
tea
in
of
the tea
this
that they
tribe.
have. Yeah.
We're here, why not
Well,
try what they have to offer?
Basically, what I'm asking: is there any kind of tea in the tent?
Not what you can see. If there are some, again, I'll reiterate, from the rafters, there are some bouquet of flowers that have been tied up to give more fragrancy in the air.
Yeah, so
inside
no
the tent.
herbs.
No herbs, it's just flowers.
Just smells.
Just fragrant.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
I mean, there was that servant lady we could ask.
True. Hey, then I'm gonna ask in game then.
Hmm.
Hey guys,
Hmm.
would you
Yes?
mind if I try to find some herbs in this place,
Hmm.
so we can try some of the culinary tea in this place, just
could-
calming and relaxing before the big feast?
We could ask one of the other I'm sure one of them
Yeah,
in the
I
tribe should know
will,
how to make some.
Go Vintel, Barontel. I will go and get one of those to get some herbs. If people want to.
Alright.
Alright, sure.
Yeah, I'll be just back in a bit. I'm gonna find the one of the ladies from before. Then she walk on out of the tent and go out searching for any with that kind of necklace.
You don't have to walk far because you can see that she is. The one you were that showed you the tent is standing nearby, talking with some of the other locals, and you can see she's looks like she's exchanging something, a pouch, for some pots, some pottery, like bowls and whatnot.
And then I basically go over to her, and when she's done exchanging with these people, I'm gonna ask her.
Oh, yes. Yeah, can I be of service to you, honored guest?
Yes, I wanted to hear, do you guys have, because we want to try a little of your customs here in the place, do you guys have a special kind of tea you drink in here at the place? Because we want to know some of the customs.
Oh, teas, yes, of course. I will. I just need to walk over with these bowls and whatnot, and I will be with you with some of our best selection of herbs for teas in a moment.
I can make the tea myself. Just need few herbs, and of course maybe a pot.
Well, as I said, I will bring along some pottery um, for making the tea, and then I'll bring some of our best herbs for it.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
not going to necessary if you want to make it yourself, take it from you, but I'll at least show you or at least tell you how to make it here, like we do here.
Of course, thank you. Should I just read here, or should I go with, or?
Well, you can come with and we can have a
Yeah.
little talk.
Yes, then you can show me a little of the village.
Uka basically gets joined.
Kill talk time.
As she is walking off with the servant, what is the rest of you doing?
Well, Spirits just walked off to go and check out the cooks in the camp.
Just wandering around, visit the cooks, see how they cook their food.
Well, you walk to one of the big fires where you can see big skewers are being prepped with meat. You can see that they are glazing the meat in something.
I don't think we've tried glazing in our camp, have we?
Nope.
With
yes,
with
can we do something for you?
what are you putting on it?
Oh, melded fats from when we are scraping the hides helps keeping the meat juicy.
I see. Never tried that before.
We keep a little bit around as we are scraping skins to help keep the meat more savory when cooking, especially for something as of the feast coming up. You see.
Yeah. I'm assuming this smells really good already.
You have this new smell like of this fatty, like burnt fat mixed with meat kind of smell that you're not used to, and it actually smells really great in a sense. You can also see that some people are packing in a mixture of vegetables in leaves and putting on top some flat stones they have collected and putting on the sides of the fire, where the middle is still, open flames up to where the meat is hanging above.
I think I know what this is in real life. I think I know what this is, but I'm not too familiar with it. But I guess I would also then start walking over and looking at that too.
Oh, you're interested in one of our pemmican packs?
Is that what it's called?
We make pemmican this way to dry vegetables and meat pieces together. We fry it in leaves.
Fucking everything he's learning right now is just being jotted down mentally.
Must learn more.
Spears out here. Spears out here on the cusp of inventing barbecue skewers.
Let's go.
You could also influence their cooking a little bit by showing off a little bit how you would cook, maybe.
That is very tempting, and it would allow me to possibly decide if I want to blow a birthday 20 or not.
Basically, teach them what you know about spices.
Could do that.
Yes, because you see, they aren't using spice in any sort like herbs or anything for the cooking.
No seasoning.
They ain't got no seasoning, but they glazing the hell out of it. Okay.
Perhaps so far, from what I've heard, every single time you cooked, stew also seems to be your specialty.
It's been mainly stews, is what we focused on, was the stew bit. Because, like, even drying meat, like, I seem to not do that well with, based on rolls, that is.
Spirits, roll me a perception.
Ooh.
Really quick.
Hey, you got it, boss. Give me one moment. And normal, I'd assume.
Yes.
22.
Damn.
First roll of the day.
God damn.
God damn.
Starting off strong.
Out of the corner of your eye, you hear a grinding sound.
Hmm.
And then you like turn and look at it, and you see like 5 people sitting in a half circle with stone in their lap, and then holding another stone up and starts crushing things or milling something in this stone they are holding in their lap.
What are you crushing?
Oh, nuts and the grains you brought.
Do we know about crushing the grains, or is that something completely foreign to us?
That's actually kind of foreign for you guys. Because normally you use it, you pour, you do know how to crush nuts
Yes.
when it is, but not the grains normally, because you put them just in as they are in stews and whatnot to basically boil them out. So this is kind of new.
Whole grain
Also,
porridge.
the equipment they're sitting and using is also foreign to you, because that's not necessarily a tool you guys have.
They've invented the mortar and pestle.
Before the mortar.
Not a mortar and pestle, but a grinding stone.
A very primitive version of the grinding stone.
Mm-hmm.
Without the automation bit of it. This whole entire time, Spir's just standing there in awe as he's learning so much. It's a chef in heaven right now.
Too bad he doesn't have a notepad.
Yeah.
Too bad you guys don't have invented writing yet.
Yep. Oh well.
Nope.
I'm sure he'll find
So
a way
this
to remember.
all has to go by memory.
It will. I swear I'm not typing anything down right now.
Oh. Excuse me, young guest. I saw you were looking at the meats. Is this not how you cook it at your place?
More we add spices to it. This is not normal for us to do what you call glazing.
Spice?
Yeah.
He looks at you confused as you use an alien word.
So it's like, how do you explain spice to somebody? So it's like
Adding certain herbs.
You can take some of the herbs you have on you.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you can show your herbalism kit.
You could show them the different herbs I have on me and the different spices I would use.
He looks at you like you just open my entire treasure trove for him.
Then this is what chefs do. They share each other's culinary knowledge so that way we may grow as people.
If you were making something like this, what would you use here? Because I can see them and I can smell them, but I'm not sure how taste they would be. Unless you can give me a sample.
I would give him a little bit of a sample of what we could have. Or I could try and... I don't know if I'd mess with them.
Do you season your dried meat?
I would. I mean, I'm not good with dried meat. That was pretty obvious from the rolls from the last time. But I would definitely try and season it too. still get it as flavorful as possible.
You could maybe share one of your rations with him then.
Yeah, I could share that ration. I wouldn't mind losing a ration.
You take one out of your hip pouch, one of your trail rations, so to speak, which is dried meat with herbs.
Yeah. Also, I think I'm still carrying the gilded apples, so hopefully he doesn't see them.
Oh, be careful with that
That's
shit.
I wanted to bring it up because I'm like, well, that's kind of a concern because if anyone sees those apples, I don't know how they're gonna react.
Well, those are in your backpack, aren't they?
They're on me. I don't know exactly where. I would assume
They
I'd keep
would
them
be
with
in your
food.
backpack. They would be in your backpack, which is back in the tent.
Okay. All right, then it is safely procured in the tent. So no apples on me currently.
But you take out one of your herbed jerky.
Yep.
And offer it to him.
Yep.
He looks at it.
Mm.
Huh. You also make something like this.
Yes. Nice.
We also dry our meat at times, but mostly we also like it more fresh and eaten. And then he takes a chomp out of it, and you can just see how he almost gets this really relaxed as he savors the meat. He just starts chewing down on.
Big old smile on Spears' face.
Food wars.
Food
foodgasm.
wars.
Yeah. All his clothes blow off.
Oh my god.
God damn it, guys! Keep it PG, please.
That's only if I roll in at 20, though.
That's what happened to Food Wars.
That is barely PG food wars.
It's questionable. It's questionable at best, is what
Yes.
Food Wars is.
Anyways, we're not here to talk about anime.
Yeah, back to
Exactly.
game.
Back to the game.
But you see how he sits for a moment and savoring, and then he snaps back to reality.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops! There goes gravity.
I was not gonna say it, but fuck.
God damn it, Eminem.
Anyways.
He sits for a moment with this. Can we make trade?
Yes. Yeah. Nope.
He wants to exchange recipes.
Exchange recipes.
Not necessarily recipes. He wants some of your spice right now. Or maybe you want to help prepare meat for feast.
I personally want to try what you guys have in the feast before I go tampering and add in stuff to it.
No, we make a second skewer. You try spice while we try glazing.
That'll work.
Cooking contest.
Let's go. We both know
Chokugeki.
we all know what I'm about to do, right?
Are you about to use your birthday 20 on this?
It's not cheating if I literally was given a free one back after using it earlier. So might as well use it now in the most stupid reason possible.
Divine intervention.
Yeah.
You're about to blow some minds.
Damn fucking straight I am.
I was gonna say, Food Wars the entire camp.
I'm not apologizing.
Hey, it's. I mean, it's fine because all you're doing right now is establishing more and more positive relationships between the tribes.
Very much so.
Yeah.
If you need anything, tell me. I will help as best as I can. If you want to try use our glazing, say we got. He points to a small bowl where you can see this liquefied fat in. That is in the very edge of the fire where it kept getting heat to basically keep it fluid, so to speak.
Yeah. Huh.
And then he gets some of the young kids around the fire to set up another skewer that they were preparing.
Yep.
And he gestures for you to do your magic.
Gestures for me to do my magic is in cooking or actually casting magic?
No,
Cooking,
cooking.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have cooking magic?
I fucking wish that was a thing. Well,
Set, create
Wait.
food and water.
hold on. Technically,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. Technically, yes.
You can
have-
use your magic to cook.
I have good berry.
In fact,
That's an
you
option.
could you could also ask one of us who knows prestidigitation to flavor it up.
Nah. Nah, it's fine.
You could use Druidcraft to enhance your spices.
Druidcraft.
Why don't you
Why
have
do you not have
Druidcraft?
Druidcraft? You're a
Shillelagh, produce flame, control flame.
Oh. Oh.
I can control the heat of the fire.
That's right. You can make it flare up or go in more of a controlledness where, you know, suddenly everybody's looking at you, looking at the fire, looking at you.
He's the one who is able to temper his meals.
Mm-hmm. You know, where it gets
Slow
just
roast.
yeah, slow roasted.
Or blast roast.
That
Or,
too.
you know, scorched to ash.
So you're basically having a cooking contest.
Less
And
of a
you will be using
contest.
your birthday 20
Yep.
on this one.
I will type in
Fair enough.
used birthday 20.
So combined with your cooking,
Roll
cooking
me
details and
cooking
proficiency.
and
Just disregard the roll.
yeah, basically it's just to say that you are
Just
doing
that
the cooking and
modifier.
I almost clicked.
Yeah,
the wrong
what
thing.
if it's a natural 20 though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Then he
it's-
gets
yeah.
to keep it.
It's the birthday
he gets
20.
to keep-
I would say that would be the birthday 20. Personally, normal roll, I'd assume so.
It's a really good roll.
That's
already a
really
pretty good roll.
Damn.
everything.
Yeah,
You
maybe
really
keep
need it?
your
20.
20.
No, I'm using the birthday 20. Fuck you. I want to get rid of this thing for reasons.
Why? Why not keep it?
Because
You
my
can save
birthday's
them
in
up.
3 weeks.
I haven't said you can't have more than one.
That is fair.
I believe
never
you said
s-
they
he-
don't
he-
stack.
He's literally said that we can stack them.
Did he?
Hmm.
And I forgot about this?
I thought it was the way around, but okay.
I mean, my birthday is in 2 months as well. I still haven't used mine.
If that's the case that I can stack them, then yeah, fuck it.
Oh right, I forgot we have our birthdays like almost one day after each other.
We do?
Uh-huh. Me
Yeah,
and
me and
Avis
Hangout.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, aren't you like? Isn't yours on like the 26th on the
No.
28.
Still, that is a superior meal you're making. I'm just saying, with that good of a roll.
Even just
Hang
It's already a really good roll.
I'll
Yeah.
save the birthday 20, I
No,
guess.
man, I could say exactly when his birthday is. I have it written
I will punch you.
down.
I don't
Okay,
specify
let's,
my birthday.
guys, let's not dox the other players, please.
Yeah,
No,
please
it's
don't.
just his birthday.
I shot myself in the foot
not-
anyways. It's
There's
fine.
cooking and it's wind
we
amazing.
need it, yeah.
22.
Just hack your IP.
Let's go.
There's an extra smell of herbs in the air.
We did
And a lot of
some-
people actually getting curious of what you're doing as they see you temper the meat, you know, by controlling the flame. Sometimes you make it flare up.
And I see it's Spirits who doing his magic.
Yeah, you like look over as you hear, you know, a lot of ooh and ah.
And I just clench. Spirits is cooking.
Oh boy, he's in his element.
He's having fun, simply put.
So, Spirits, can
Crazy
you
just lift the
specifically
head. Ah,
can you
Spirits cooking.
specifically describe what kind of meal you're making?
Makes sense.
What would they have on hand that I could get my hands on?
It is It's a skewered animal. What animal you're not sure has its only body and the legs that are literally being tied to the skewer, and that are being rolled around. Has been skinned and gutted.
So I don't know what animal. Any resemblance to any animal I've seen? Just
You
out
can
of
basically
curiosity.
ask.
From the body structure, you would potentially think deer or something akin to that, out of the size of the body, and that it looks like a herbivore of body structure.
How
Okay.
fitting. We're the deer tribe.
That's
Has it
Wonder if that's supposed to send a message.
foreshadowing.
I wonder if the concept of trimming exists.
Pass.
Trimming?
Fat trimming.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know how when you skin an animal, there's still a large layer of adipose tissue covering the musculature. Trimming that basically exposes the direct musculature, while leaving a large collection of fat that you can either use to flavor, or, as you said, use it as a glue
Or glazing?
or glazing. Mm-hmm.
Most of the time when you guys, or these guys, as it seems, are dehiding an animal, normally you cut it so that you're cutting all the fat off at the same time as you're pulling off
The hides.
the hides, basically, of the carcasses.
Right.
They just, as they are scraping off all the fat and what else, like blood vessels and whatnot, out of the hides, they're keeping the fat to use for glazing, apparently.
Mm-hmm. They separate it further.
Mm-hmm.
So technically speaking, you do have trimmed meat available to you, Spears.
Okay. I don't think I would really do much different because I would like them to experience the herbalism, or not the herbs, and then like they could do the glaze, I do the herbs. Because I don't want to dabble in the whole glazing thing until after this situation. I feel like for now.
Actually, how do your herb, your roast, so to speak?
Season.
Yeah, seasoning, you can also say, yes.
What all seasonings do I got? I might as well ask.
Also, are you kneading the spices into the meat, or are you coating it?
Kneading.
Or are you putting it into the rib cage and closing that, and then have some of the juices,
Leak inwards.
Both of those sound tasty. I'm gonna go with putting it inside. And then, put the herbs in it. Because that actually kind of sounds tasty right now.
God damn, I'm also making myself hungry.
Yeah, you're making me hungry.
We're all getting hungry now.
I just ate, so.
Fuck you.
But Spear's having fun with his little cooking show. The rest of you, are you doing anything?
I did have a question. Can I go first?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. The hide I took from the boar, how far along is the tanning going?
You would need to set it outside at least for a day more. Unless didn't you guys give that up to the tribe as one of the gifts in the bundle you were giving?
Yeah, but it wasn't ready yet, so I felt like
fair enough.
it still needs to be fixed, and like I don't know if fire accelerates the process, but if possible, I'd like to get it to a point where it would be ready by the time the feast rolls around.
Well, you could ask some of the locals how they might be doing their hides.
Sure. I mean, I am a leather worker.
I'm actually gonna come along for that.
Okay, so now I've got a stalker.
Shut up. I just this is it. This is in my field too, because I make clothes out of this stuff.
This is for culture, not for stalking, okay?
Yeah, keep making excuses for yourself.
As you
What
guys
are we
look
gonna
around and ask around, you're being led over to this area, where you can see people are preparing hides, scraping off excess fats and whatnot from some newer animals that are being butchered in next door, so to speak. Or you can see meats are being hanged up. You also see something you guys don't do.
Fat trimming?
No.
What is it then?
They are fat trimming, like they are scraping off the hides, as I said before. That you guys also do, but you can see that they are melting the fat in a small fire they have, where then they like fish out all the impurities, and then they like pour it over into a big pot where you can then see there's a lot of fat inside as you go closer for a look. In the different stages of hardening. But you also see that they are smoking some of their hides.
Igor's just standing there with his hand stroking his chin.
You can also see that as they're smoking it, they're also burning off the excess hair for the ones they're using for tents. As you recognize how they're like drying them completely and then also burning off as they're smoking the hairs of the outside, so it's just basically our pure hide that is left.
Hmm.
It does give off a unpleasant smell, but these people doesn't seem to mind.
Question, pass. Have I seen any colored leather since I've been here?
I mean, we know how to dye stuff, don't we?
You
Yeah,
know how to dye
because I'm kind of
cloth.
branding it right now. I am walking around in a multicolored leather suit after all.
Um, y- hmm. You would know how to color leather. People here doesn't seem to color their leather. In a sense that it differentiates in color depending on what animal it is. Uh, Skin color wise, that decides what
Right.
color
Hmm.
it is.
Interesting. Eagle will
But you
walk
do
up.
see people walk around, in some cases in very vibrant colors of fabric or clothes made out of cloth, basically.
And we don't usually do that, right?
You don't usually do that. Sometimes you do coloring if you're lucky to find something you can use to drain color to boil the cloth in, but it's a rarity, especially with what you have access to right
Hmm.
now.
I'm gonna try and find out more about how they're making so much cloth clothing.
I'm gonna try and talk to one of the tanners to ask how how they're able to produce this much leather so quickly.
Yes. What can I do for you? Yes.
You go ahead and go first, Davis.
Well, I was wondering. Hold on, hold on. Fuck, I have not been paying attention for a little bit. What was I going on? I'm sorry, I was distracted.
You have committed to the stalking.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go first.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was like properly zoning out for a moment.
Well, um, this this method of treating heights intrigues me. It's slightly different from the way we do it back in our own tribe. How is it able to produce so much so quickly?
Produce much quickly. Um, he points behind where you can see like these massive drying racks, like where s- tens of hides are drying at the same time. And then you can also, and then he points over to the fire. When dry, and when we have done drying and curing them, we put them on fire for the ones that need to be used for tents.
Hmm.
We just put them up for drying after we have cured them. Normally, we do also make some leather, but not much, because animals here with thick hides are a little bit too dangerous to hunt.
Well, that would make sense.
But we do get some occasionally. We don't make much leather. We make plenty hides or skins for different use.
Right. Okay. The way we usually the way we usually prepare our hides is just by letting them dry in the sun. Usually, just takes a lot longer than that. It's mostly because the hides tend to catch fire easily, but the way you're doing it seems a lot safer around fire.
It did also take us a long time to learn how to use fire for it. But as you can see, it gives really good skin to use for tents when you remove all the hairs. Also, a lot more stronger than using pelts for tent as it gets hardened by fire, as it gets extra dried.
Hmm.
I hear you come from the great forest to the south.
Slightly beyond it, yes.
Hmm.
We do have a lot more, well, one could say, access to skin, where skin animals providing us decent skin quality, which are a lot easier to hunt.
I see.
But our methods seem a lot less efficient than yours.
Oh? How so?
Well, first off, it is risky for us to bring it around fire because they can't catch fire easily due to the way we produce it. It's one of the reasons why we cannot light fires inside our tents. But you seem to have it aplenty.
Ah.
But what is this? What are you making from that? The the white the white inner fat that you're scraping off those leathers? Because I see you're filtering it for some reason.
Oh, we use fat. Um, we we boil it to make it liquid, and then we take out all the bad things and hide it. That can be used to um, treat hides afterwards in its more thick, or in this case, solid state when it hardens again. Or we use it, and he points over towards the cooking fire where you can see Spirius having a good old time with some people.
Oh, intriguing.
I am not one who cook. I only work with skins and hides, so I don't know entirely sure what they do over there. But
I could say the same. My companion has quite a knack for the process of creating food, which I do not dabble in too much. Leather is much more along the lines of what I specialize in. Especially, what I've noticed around the camp is that while I do see some very vibrant colorations in your skins, they seem to be mostly natural.
mhm. We have many animals here in the plains of different color. Even the skin sometimes is different. He points towards us a few selection of different skins or hides that are drying, but you can definitely see the skin underneath the hides is either black or white, or in some cases, splooshes of different color. Animals here have many different colors. We have black, bucks, and we have mixture of white and black, and then we also have white bucks here of the deers we hunt.
Right. Sadly, we do not have so many color variations where we are. So our typical way of coloration is by dyeing it.
Dying. It.
Yes.
You mean like we do with our? He pulls out his out on his. I would say like the way it looks like is a shirt with a t-shirt without sleeves, basically,
Right.
like we do with our fabric.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
I
You have
guess
Yes.
he have dyed armor on, so he could basically just point at
Mhm.
his armor.
Yes. It is also possible to do it with leather, though it does take longer, but it it does create a unique even color, as you can see on what I'm wearing right now.
Oh, yes, I see. Um, we do know how to bleach or whitening skins, but that's really the only way we can change the color.
I see. Actually, do you have a do you have maybe a piece of cloth I can show you something on?
Um, he will like get up from where he's sitting and walk into his tent and come out with a small piece of cloth. Yes.
I will take out one of the chunks of copper that I brought along, and I will
The
try
melted
and
one? The
no,
one
one of
I
the
had melted?
no, one of the raw chunks.
Okay.
Ooh, pretty rock.
And I'll try and I will try and crush it. I don't know if I'm able to do that with bare hands, but
You wouldn't be able to crush it in your hands. You would literally cut and stab yourself in your hands. You would need a grinding set for that, which you guys don't have invented yet. So normally when you guys take color or from copper, you wait for it to oxidize and then you like scrape off the oxidized parts of it, and then mix it in with
right.
whatever material you want to boil it with
Hmm.
to give it that greenish Turkish color.
Hmm. Is this still a clean piece or has it oxidized yet?
It has. It's mostly clean, but it has started to oxidize a little bit because you have been out in the water with it.
Hmm. Oh, I will hold up the little crystal.
Yeah, this is one of our resources that we have a decent supply of. We call it copper. And
Mm-hmm.
interesting thing is that over time it changes color. As
Yes,
you
I
can
can
see,
see.
yeah, it turns like this slight greenish tint,
Mhm.
and it also becomes a lot softer. Once it's soft, we tend to scrape it off and boil it together with fabrics, which then mixes it with that particular color. So, like we do, of course, there is the possibility of using animal blood to make it red, but so far, green. This is the only option we have found to make it green.
Mhm. We use flower petals to reboil to color our clothes. We get the petals together from flowers and boil together with our clothes to get the colors we want.
Really? Are there many different colored flowers in this area?
Yes, we got blue, red, white, yellow. You just know how, where to look. But it's something we don't do often, as it takes time to get a necessary amount to boil. But given we're having a feast today, I'm sure many people will show up in their brightest colors today. Also heard someone said something about they found a plant by the bed that gives green color when beaten and boiled. Might need to get a hand on some of that. But you say that you boil leather to get it color.
Well, the same way that it is bleached, it can also be colored. But it can only be colored in such a way cleanly once it is bleached.
Oh.
Otherwise, the natural coloring of the skin tends to interfere with the even color.
I see, I see. We might try that when we have a batch ready of colorful petals for boiling next time.
Or perhaps in the near future, we can exchange some of our crystal supply for something we have a severe lack of over in our camp, and you can try our method as well.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Okay, you're back, Avis.
Less.
You go ahead now.
Okay. I'm gonna go try and find out. Is this also where they're making clothes, or is this just processing skins and stuff?
This is mostly processing skins they're doing here.
I want to go and find, I guess, the weavers. Oh, okay, going up there. Wow, look at that! I'm going.
As you starts walking around, you see people walking with big baskets, where you can see something really fluff poking up at the top as they're putting it down over here, and you see how they take these small balls of fluff and starts to clean them from leftover pieces of plant material.
Are you making clothes out of that?
We are making string, yarn out of it.
Yarn?
Yes. We then later make into fabric. Yes.
Interesting. Can you show me how you do that?
You one of you're a guest from you're a guest. Sure, sure. Take a seat.
Mavis will sit down.
You see how they slowly pick off plant matter residue from the balls of fluff, and as they clean them up, they starts to take um, a comb, and you see how they start to separate it a little bit, the fluff balls into much more loose string material that are then gathered and put onto a stick with a weight in the bottom, and you can see how they're spinning in it slowly as it becomes longer and longer into very thin strings as they're spooling it.
Hmm.
And you can see like 5 people standing with a weighted wooden piece in the bottom and like starting slowly to spool it out into thin strings at a time.
Right.
You wanna
Uh,
try?
yes, please.
They
Sounds
hand
literally about to ask you.
they hand you a comb for you to basically try and make your own from the bottom up.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a weaving.
Weaver tools?
Yep.
What attribute?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Any kind of advantage or disadvantage?
You have someone who knows it, so you will get advantage in this case as
Ah,
they are showing you how it's done, basically.
basically help action. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Meh. 11.
It's still enough. It's still enough. It's a little bit not easy for you as it's first time you're trying it, but with the help you're receiving, um, you do make some decent yarn out of it, or in this
Hmm.
case, string that can either be used to make yarn or cloth out of.
I see. So, I have this string. How do I turn this into that yarn you speak of?
After you make enough, make several strings, you then, and they show you how they have a small wooden thing. Um, they have like 2 sticks that are like put into set into the ground, where they are then drawing um, the string in between, where you can see like there's like been a cut into the wood where they then can put the strings in, um, where they are tying a knot in one end, and then they're like making a noose in one end where they put a piece of wood in, and then they start rolling it so that it intertwines with each other into making a much more thick string out of it, with the smaller strings coming together.
I see. I guess this is what Avis is going to do for the 3 hours that are, or the hours that are until the feast. Practicing with getting yarn done, I guess.
Raif, Jimmy, are you staying in the tent and just waiting for Uka to return? Or are you also going out on discovery run?
I'm gonna be sitting there and just watching people, watching everyone, and trying to study how to people properly.
Well,
How to people?
you see how people are talking, bartering in some case, children running around playing. You also see some people sitting down and playing music in off as you're looking out into the main square. You also see Spirius doing God's work as a cook.
Yeah, well, since it looks like I'm gonna be staying around people now. He's trying to learn how to do it properly. So that's all I'll do.
Hmm.
But you observe how people are talking and all that. Jimny, my dear, what about you?
I think Jimmy said that they were going.
Yeah, Nyan's not here.
They're falling asleep.
Ah, fair enough. They will just be NPC mode.
Oh
Hmm.
yes,
Saying.
NPC mode.
I have a question. I actually had another idea. If after like a while of Avis hanging out with the Weavers, I'd actually like to go to the shrine place.
Oh,
I remembered that there was something that there might be in this camp and that isn't in our camp.
yes, as you weave in and out after you have made yourself a piece of yarn. You walk up to the temple.
Mm-hmm. Uh, let's see. Does anyone like come up to me?
No, you as you look in, you see the head priest and a few acolytes. Seems to be busy preparing a ritual off to the side, and you can see some people are praying or bringing offerings to the statues, where they are burning, flowers, herbs, food in some cases, even.
Before doing anything, I suppose Aves will be paying her respects to the statue of Uthla they have here, or the little shrine, I guess. And after doing that,
Remember, message to myself: remember to draw the effigies and the fetuses they have here.
okay. I do have a question for for the head priest. Do they appear to be too busy for questions?
As you see there, roll me either religion or arcana.
Well, they're equal value, so Religion. Do I have advantage? Pass.
It's not a religious practice. Sorry about that. I apparently accidentally clicked off my mic for a second there.
Okay.
Um, it's not necessarily a religious practice you can fully recognize, but you do seem to be able to understand what is happening.
So, do I get advantage or not?
Roll. You do not get advantage on this.
Okay. No, roll then. 23 though.
You see that he is asking their forefathers' spirits, um, or their ancestor spirits, to give him divination into what is to come, basically.
I see.
Which means that he will basically be off his rocks in this with religious herbs and whatnot, as he is praying for them to give him, a vision of the future.
I see. Is there like how do you call it? Like a second in charge? Like
You see one
right
of
hand man?
the acolytes um, get up, dust themselves up, and walks over to you as you are looking at, staring and studying what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, what can I do for you, guest?
Yes. Hello. I was wondering if you have any druids of this, particularly of a very specific circle, uh, circle of the dreams, perhaps? Any around here in this camp?
Druids?
Yes.
They look a little. We don't have druids here. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Hmm. Surprising. No one here communes with nature?
No, we don't commune with nature. We are different than the beast of the land, which is only prey, or be preyed upon.
I see. Interesting
Uh,
standpoint.
we do have a few hermits that sometimes comes by to uh, bring word of um, animal herds movement and whatnot, but other than that, we don't have anyone to speak with nature. Also, we speak with the spirits of the land, of course, yes, but that's what our head priests is doing.
Hmm. All right then. Well, thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome,
Uh, it was
Moonchild.
oh,
They call you a Moonchild and gives you a very polite bow.
small smile on Avis's face. Yes.
Yes, the respect I deserve.
I think it's more like, yeah, the respect mom deserves.
Mm.
And I go. I take my leave. What shall I do now? Hey, Eager!
Rushes back over.
Back
Yeah,
to
just
stalker
casually
mode.
walks over.
Look, your stalker's back.
We will be cutting it here for Avis so that Uka can also have a little bit of
RP.
RP. I understand you come from the Great Forest, correct?
Yes, we from that area. Yes,
How is life in Great Forest?
it's beautiful. A lot of nature and have our own little cave we're living in.
She looks at you as you say cave, like.
It's really safe and helps intruders with not getting hit by intruders.
She gives you a puzzling looks and shakes on her head.
One of the warriors for the tribe and used to helping make the place strong.
Ah, so you are brave. That's what we call all warriors. We call them braves.
Oh yeah, yes. I'm specializing in weapon making.
Oh. She like takes a look at all the equipment you have on you, and just like,
And on the side of my belt, I have the little my personal little knife.
what is that made of? I haven't seen any like that before.
Yeah, it's a special thing we do in our camp.
Hmm. You don't say. I
Uh,
see.
you can have a look.
She
And I pull off the knife and show it.
takes the knife.
But be careful, it's really sharp.
You see how she handles the knife expertly. Like she does a few flicks with it, do of upwards thrown flip with the knife, catches this and all that. Really good made, very balanced. And then she takes and tries the edge of the knife, by running it through her on her thumb, and she's just like, and sharp too.
Yes.
She hands it back.
I take it, and it's made of a special material called copper.
Copper?
Yes.
I see.
We trying to develop some new kind of weaponry for the new era of protecting. And if your tribe maybe gonna have our alliance with us as we seek, we maybe can help your tribe getting stronger and develop each other's knowledge. I see you guys have a lot of things we don't have, but I can also see that we have some things we maybe could teach you.
I'm sure we can both. grow strong together.
I like to learn and learn learn from you, and I like to learn you some things too. And maybe when I'm done with the tea for my friends, I could be interested to see your weapon station, so I maybe could exchange some knowledge with some of you your toolers at the place. How does she respond, Pass?
I cannot give permission for that. That is Chiefess' decision.
Of course.
Because I cannot say if I am not allowed to let anyone to where we make our weapons that makes us strong. That is that is Chief's decision to do that. Because she needs to give you guys permission to see that.
Of course, I will just ask polite the chief later on that.
And she puts down next to a tent next to the big one. She puts down all the bowls and pottery pieces she was carrying. And she goes inside. Just wait here for a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
She then quickly goes inside, and as quickly as she left, comes back out again with a small pouch. I brought some herbs we have here.
Yes?
We use for tea.
What do you brought? Yes, curious.
What we what?
What is the herb?
It's not a herb as such. It's a nut we crush.
Ah,
It's we boil it in water and tastes good. Much bitter, but tastes good when used to.
I will then get it and take a smell for it, I guess.
Has you open? Has she holds up the pouch for you to take a look and smell? It has this very nutty, fragrant to it, but also a tad of sweet undertone to it.
Can I recognize the smell of anything at home?
No, not right now. You don't seem to recall ever had anything of this sort before.
I never seen this before.
Well, come with me. I'll show you how to make it.
Thank you.
As you return to the tent, you see Jimny is doing prayer inside by the alcove with all the fetishes and idols.
I'm not
And
gonna
you see
disturb.
Bryeth sitting outside just looking around.
I'm
like
gonna
a
give him a
lost-
nod.
Wait, what? Sorry, I missed that bit.
I'm basically at next to you and give you a nod
Uh,
before I go in the tent preparing the tea.
you giving me a nut?
Nod.
Yeah, you know, you
Oh,
shake
a
your
nod.
head like
Okay.
a gesture
nut.
for hello.
I'll nod back. I thought you said a nut.
I
And I'm
thought I
like,
heard
wait,
a
what?
nut too.
I'll just nod back.
And she smiles to you and go in the tent,
And then
turning on the fire and
I go back to studying because you interrupted me.
so I guess she gonna teach me how to make this tea.
Yes. You see how she takes a big pot of water and pulls in into something you haven't seen before, made of pottery. It's a high cylindrical form with
Cylindrical?
cylindrical. Thank you. English is failing me right now. I'm sorry about that. With a small tip to it and a handle. And you see how she lights the fire, pours some water in to the top, puts it in between the fire, like in the middle of it. She just sets it down.
What is that pot kind of pot?
Oh, it's a tea boiler.
How do you make those?
She is about to answer and just like, I actually don't know. Not my thing to do. I serve the chiefess and her family. I am not a potter.
I guess we could send a potter to the place later on before we leave this. She mumbled for herself.
I might talk with the chiefess later to show you how it's made, but right now I'm not in any position to.
You're talking about the weaponry room now? She asked.
No, you asked about this.
Oh, the pot, yes. I can maybe
As a little while later, as steam starts to come out of the nose of it and the top, she takes a handful of this powder and drops in, and then she takes a top and puts on it a lid, so to speak, also made out of clay, and puts on top.
Oh yeah, doing all of this, Uga have slightly kind of nauseous, and she can't handle to get it away. So she looks nauseous all the time.
As she have done all that, she takes a few cups forward and hands and sets them next to you as you're sitting down, I guess.
Yes.
And then a few moments afterwards, she takes the pot off the fire and starts pouring while holding onto the lid into the cups. And then she hands you a cup, goes over and hands Jimny a cup. She takes it and drinks it. And she goes outside and hands Ryeth a cup.
I'll just wave my hand at it.
Are you
I don't
sure?
need it.
Fair enough.
I don't drink or eat.
Of course. She then sits down next to you with the Riot's cup, and then she like holds it up, like, and bends her head, and then she takes a sip of it.
Yeah. Cheersing, getting your cheers, and take a sip of it too. How does it taste?
It's a mixture of a really nutty taste that is both bitter and sweet at the same time. Is the best way, and you can taste it's not just one type of nut that's mixed in. It's a couple of nuts that have been crushed together, and then has been
What?
mixed in.
What kind of nuts did you actually use in this recipe?
Um, each house has own recipe. This is uh, my family's recipe. We use nutmeg, hazel, and almond.
How does her nauseous collect with the tea?
It actually helps a little bit. As you feel that as you're sitting and sipping of this tea, it helps a little bit on your nausea as it helps you calm down.
And I'm looking at her. Oh my god, this is just what I needed.
I know it's good tea for when he maybe is expecting.
Looking confused at her. What?
So you didn't know?
Didn't know. What? You're looking really confused. Ah, the priest forgot to tell me something he told you.
No. I just see it on you as you are glowing like the Great Mother does when she is expecting.
And Uka looks like she just dropped every single state of her mind. Just fact. Kind of looking in her face. But no, I didn't know. Shit. And now she take another sip, looking like she's seen a ghost.
I'm sorry if I spoke out of tone. I did not mean
No, it's just come as a little of a shock because I wasn't prepared for this. And me and my partner isn't fully bonded yet, too. So maybe I need to, after this, sadly, need to go directly home so I can prepare the father.
Oh, you already spoken for.
Yes. I have a wedding coming up in next full moon.
Ah. When whom of your group is eligible?
Who do not spoken for?
Mhm.
For now, it's only me and my brother-in-law out there. And she pointed to as far as I was told. And I'm not sure if how serious it is with my friend Sparrows. He has a few daughters at home, and
I see. Wait, you say he already has a few daughters at home?
uh, two daughters, yes. But sadly no wife yet.
Just means he has strong
Riz.
blood. Or might be a strong warrior
He's
to woo that many women.
he's a really good chef. He's making good food. And he's in charge of our field.
Field?
Yeah, we making grows. Like the vines we bring to you was a gift from our field.
You see how she like sits there for a second, like in deep thought.
We had grown them from scratch.
You grow.
Yeah, we grow food.
She gives a small smile and nods.
Oh yeah, OC. She not gonna tell any fucking thing of the apples.
Thank you.
Just as past no.
It's just in case we are going for the alliance, it is normally also done by sharing blood.
You fucking dare.
How normally you sharing the blood?
Marriage.
Oh, by marriage.
You know, we give women of our tribe to one of your men, you give a woman of your tribe to one of our men.
Ah, then we maybe need to speak with our chieftain that who's the lucky woman and lucky man gonna be.
You carry stick from your tribe, you already been given lesson from your chief, no?
Yes, they have given us permission to go and try to find an alliance, and then because sadly none of us is related to the chief.
Oh no, not necessarily by chief's bloodline. It just needs to be one with the blood of your tribe. Needs to marry one from our tribe, and one from our tribe needs to marry your tribe.
Yeah, but in our tribe we have two tribes in one. My tribe found some members from the eagle tribe who was almost slaughtered, and we took them in and helped them have a new home. Raised the
So
extra totem for their sake.
you're a great tribe now, since you have different plans together.
Yeah, actually, the man I'm going to marry next moon is from the eagle tribe.
So you have Deer Clan, Eagle Clan.
Yes,
Any more clans?
not yet. Oh yeah, we actually have one from the Sparrow clan. We rescued her for the same planes we rescued the chief.
Seems you have a great tribe with many clans in it, I see.
Yeah, we trying to expand the tribe so we can be a bigger tribe and help us grow together. So it would be easier to have friends with no enemies.
But you took in other clans to your tribe.
Because they needed us the most.
Mhm.
We've developed unity in our tribe, and we develop caring for the weak so they can get strong today.
we too take care of our weak, because tribe is only as strong as weakest member.
I totally agree. And if we have someone who's really weak, we will help them grow. You know, y- actually have a question for you. Do you have anyone in your tribe there's have a really bad injury who maybe would have something who could help them thrive more, be stronger?
Why you need our weakest member?
Because during the last attack, we had some wounded at our place. I swore to the gods that I would help him walk again. And if
You oath warrior?
one of my close friend's children had sadly lost a leg during the battle. And we trying to help him be strong again. Because his biggest dream to become a warrior like his mother. I want to help him reach that dream. Like you say, help the weakest link so your tribe gets stronger. I haven't got a solution to the problem yet, but at least I'm trying.
If limb is missing, um, don't you have priest maybe help with healing?
We have tried, but our druids is not cannot help but help in that bigger matter. Past they have tried.
We have hermits who live out in the wild. Um, they sometimes come by, um, and if we have someone who is missing an arm or leg, they can heal that, but they are few and far between and only comes by every time all three moons glow.
Would it be possible if we have an alliance, that they maybe could help tending to our weakest, so we could give them hope again.
Well, most who are hurt become worker in our encampment, so they still can do something for tribe. If they miss leg or arm, they can still work. Maybe not as good as one with both legs or both arms, but they can still work.
Yeah, I know. Still, now we had give him the work he can do.
But when hermits come by, they sometimes do healing, but not for free. They demand
I
a
will help.
sacrifice.
I will help them get what they need.
Okay, I will talk to them next time they come by. Also, do you know with what the big tree is to south?
The big tree, it's south, near. Oh, the one near our encampment. You mean the one, the really big one in the heart?
Yes, she gets up and like asks you to follow
I
her,
follow.
and you kind of she points to the south, and you can see like this hulking mass of a tree like above the rest of the forest. Still,
One day it just was there, and I don't know how it was made, but it's a big tree, and
is it made
it's
by spirits?
it's somehow alive. Actually, I don't know how it works, but uh, it kind of a guardian. It's the one for our tribe's holy places. And OC, she actually did not know how it was made. So, and we took it at one of the holy places, so I'm not lying. So I know a little of it. Not much, but a little.
So you say its spirit took form in tree?
The only thing I know is there is a kind of a living spirit in the tree.
Oh. We might wanna go and pay respect.
And only a few get recognized of her. Just warning.
Oh, we maybe think sending a head priest and a few acolytes and a few servants to pay respect
I know.
to a great spirit like that.
I know my friends' spirits know a lot of it, so if you want anything closer for knowledge about the tree, maybe ask him instead. He knows a lot more of it. I don't know why, but he just knows stuff. He has something with nature.
You don't say.
Do she know
Wow.
that the Spirius is a druid of
Wink,
nature?
wink, nudge, nudge.
No. She doesn't know that
So
what
she
he
just
is.
know he has something to do with nature.
Mhm. He might be a priest. He might, be what they call hermits. But she thanks you for your time and takes the empty cups and um, the tea brewer with her, and he gives you a polite nod as she leaves.
And after she leaves, Uka just again look at her tummy and look just fuck.
Avis, my dear, we are going to skip to you running back to Iker.
Lovely. Uh, well, yeah, she joins up back with Eager and asks, "So, discovering some cool stuff?"
Oh, yeah. Some interesting techniques that we could possibly exchange. What about you?
Yeah, I found out I'm making use of this stuff called yarn. She shows a little bit of it that she has to make clothing. I'm gonna have to
What's it
figure
made
out how
from?
this, some kind of white, fluffy plant stuff.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to figure out what more things about this.
Yes, most certainly. Sir, I had planned to offer some leather, prepared leather to present to the chiefess, but it wasn't ready yet. Perhaps you can help me speed up the process of preparing it so it's ready for the feast tonight.
I could,
Sure, bring it over and I shall see what I can do with it.
All right, thank you. Um,
You have basically been sitting here talking shop while he's showing you how they are making their hides and skins, basically.
Okay, so Eagle's just gonna casually get up and go fetch it real quick from the group tent, because I'm pretty sure he left the mobile setup there.
It was left outside so it could still, dry in the sun.
Hmm. So he's gonna go fetch it real quick.
I'll be right back. Just I don't know if you want to talk to them about something, Avis, but just I'll be right back.
okay.
Takes a sprint.
If you're going back to the tent, you see a really shook Uka.
Oh, I don't need to enter the tent. I just need to.
No,
trust
but
the
the entrance is open.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
And you see, also as you arrive, you see a very happy servant leaving with an extra skip in her step.
Uka, you alright?
Oh, yeah.
Is your stomach acting up again?
Just a little shoot. But I'm
Well,
okay.
what is it?
I don't want to yell it around. If you want to know, come sit. Actually, couldn't use a friend to talk to right now.
Oh. If you give me one moment, I need to go. I need to go deliver something over by one of the workstations, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Fine. She gives you a thumb.
He's gonna go pick up the tanning rack, and with twice as much speed sprint back over.
Seeing how you're just immediately running away again, Avis will follow. Like, what the fuck? I thought you were busy here.
Yeah, no, something's up with the Uka, so I need to go deal with it right now.
What do you want me to do with this? Oh, it's a good thick hide you have here.
Yeah, it was from the boar we caught before we arrived here.
Boar? What
Yes.
is boar?
You don't know what a boar is? Do you not go hunting outside of your own territory?
No, we stay inside our claimed land.
I see. Well, this is one of the more what one could say well-built creatures that wanders the plains just beyond your territory borders. It is pretty hardy. It can be quite hard to deal with since they can be decently aggressive, but they also yield a very large amount of skin and a very large amount of food. Sorry, getting off topic. One of my friends needs me right now, so just if I don't know.
Actually, past. Did I get the opportunity to skin the inside of the leather, whilst we were out on by the camp? Had I already skinned it?
You already skinned it and cleaned the hide, so to speak, from all the fat and
Okay.
veins for you to put it onto the drying rack you had.
Right. So I'll just ask him to have it hang for the rest of the while by the drying racks, hoping that it just at least it's ready to present by the time the feast comes around.
Well, you see him as he takes it and looks at the work done to it, nods, and then he puts it onto another rag over a fire as the hairs gets burned off.
Okay. And then I will rush back over, which apparently triggers Avis following me.
Okay. Oh, gotta catch my breath. Okay. Sorry about that. Um. So, what is up?
And Eager goes to sit down next to her.
Um, while the girl was here before, she told me a really shocking news for me. And the thing I'm gonna tell you right now, please don't shout it out to everybody because I don't want everybody to know it yet.
It's actually a very
So
good
hold
thing
on.
you said that
Hold on.
because he would have.
So please don't shout out to anyone yet. But
Okay. Yeah. No. You got my word.
I recently discovered that apparently I'm expecting the first.
Expecting the first what?
And
Child.
music ending right as she said that. Goddamn.
Eager goes wide-eyed.
Oh.
Good.
Oh,
Hello.
wow. Yeah. That's.
And I
Oh
don't
boy.
know how to
Um,
handle this
Yeah. No. I
because,
can see why.
you know, I always used to be the strong one, the protector, the fighter, you know? I used to be the one who run out and fight everybody.
Right.
And I'm afraid that if I actually gonna tell Tallow this, would he even let me?
Oh boy. Um.
And the things
Well,
I
at
do
some
in the
point.
campment is
I mean,
really hard.
at some point, you're just gonna have to. I mean, your body is not gonna be able to, like, as far as I remember from the pregnant members of our tribe, they get pretty much debilitated at some point.
Yeah,
So at some point, you're gonna have to. But I mean,
and I don't think I can
oh,
handle just sitting
that
still.
that would explain your morning sickness.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh dear. Um. Well, you're just gonna have to talk to him about it. I mean, there's I don't know how he's going to respond. He might get angry. He might be real excited. He might be shocked. He might get yeah, and he might also get overprotective. But I,
I have seen him since we found out that my sister is expecting.
she too.
Yeah, yeah. My mother gonna be troubled, because both of her daughters now.
Oh boy. And so how is Riot handling that?
I actually
He-
don't know
He's
exactly.
sitting right there. Why don't you ask?
Um,
He every
might not
time you mention it, he just get
might not be the
all
best
kind of look.
moment to ask. Um, well, But yeah, all I can really say is you're gonna have to figure out what you want for while you're pregnant, and what you think is safe for you and for the little one.
Do you think it would be safe to still work in the Milton station?
I mean, how often do you get hurt while you're in there?
Because I recently took on some trainees and trying to learn them.
I mean, for the first little while, I think you should be fine. You're not gonna really show too much vulnerability until a little while in.
But
But
I think it would be best to actually tell Tallow when I get back.
yeah, no, he definitely should know because he also needs to prepare for his new, well,
I'm thinking
task.
actually collecting the family to a family meeting because when we apparently gonna have two children in the tent, we probably need to expand the tent a little.
Yeah, you definitely need to let your mother know.
Yeah, and instead of
Oh boy, there's something I haven't even thought about. How is Poison Tooth gonna respond to this?
oh my god,
Both you, Angela, and your sister.
oh my god, I actually forgot to think of that. How does person two is gonna react for Nala having a child?
Is he is he just gonna assume it's their sibling, or
I don't know. Maybe we should talk with him about it. Call him into the family meeting too. He
perhaps?
is kind of a part of the family.
Oh no, Magna has definitely taken to him like that.
Yeah, she's trying to educate him, just
Hmm.
like she did when we was younglings. She can
Yeah,
be
your
really
mother is
harsh
kind of the
mother.
strong-hearted one, isn't she?
Yeah, you learn to live with it.
What you could call tough love, I suppose.
I'm not that different myself.
Oh, please tell me you're not gonna treat your child the same way.
No, hey, I would have always hated the way my mother was so tough. I don't want my child to be afraid of me. I want them to respect me, but not fear me. They have not enough fear for the grandmother.
Hmm. Well, it's your right to raise your child the way you want, but for now, I think it's just important to let Tallow know, let Magna know, let Poison Tooth know, and to, well,
And
make
of course the father.
preparations for the arrival.
Yeah,
And I think it's probably also the best idea if you speed up the training process of your proteges, so they can take over your work at the fire at the smelting station while you're burdened.
basically yes. Because I know that I'm the front of all of this, but it actually could be nice to actually have a hand in there. And maybe when the child get older, I could maybe teach it to the child too, and he or
It
she can take over the company too.
would be very interesting how well they take to it, considering they'd grow up with the forge.
Yeah, basically, I can take them there when I feel they are old enough. And if they inherits my special abilities, they maybe have easier of learning.
You mean your giant strength?
Basically, yes. Um, I have a special kind of moon magic where I can control several of the elements.
Hmm. Gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I put some of the runes in some in my weapons. So if I choose to activate them, I can use the kind of. It's a way for making half of magical weapons where only I can use.
I guess.
Thank you for actually sitting down a little, and it actually helps to have someone to talk with this about.
I mean, don't forget, like, we may have had a bit of a complicated situation recently, but we're still besties, you know.
Yeah, like I said, you're my best friend. And
Eager
of
will
course, I really hope for you in the future when you feel ready for it, that you find happiness too. Oh, yeah, something also would be nice for you to know.
What?
Um, the um, the woman who was there before, she informed me that if they agree to a alliance, normally they had a tradition by choosing one woman for even every tribe, for each tribe, who get married to a man of the tribe.
Oh,
So one of
If
ours should marry this tribe, and one of theirs should marry our tribe.
he just suddenly looks up, what?
If
Ear starts to get a little bit of a nervous sweat, remembering
just
how tense he was looking
wanted
at him.
to warn you, I will say if no one of us is willing to give that sacrifice, we maybe could ask around, get back to the tribe and ask around who could be interested.
um, yeah, sure, I suppose.
Because I know myself, I'm already spoken for, so.
Like you can tell Eager is getting a little nervous.
And Riot all also already spoken for, so. Just want to warn you because I know you one of us who's not spoken for yet. And the chieftain looked really hungry at you. Just saying. Just want to warn you.
He's starting to get more and more red in the face.
Don't worry, I'm not saying you should be the one we're gonna sacrifice. Don't worry. You have your own voice, you have your own choice.
um, um, hmm, um, hmm, not really. From hmm, the way she
Hey,
spoke and the way she was before the first time we encountered her, I have a feeling my, hmm, I have
He
a
just
feeling that
looks.
there's
That
a
eager,
li-
like, what feeling?
there's gonna be some aggressive pursuing. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, but hmm.
Hey, you take your own time and remember, don't rush into a relationship.
You know what?
Figure
You know what? That's a good point. Excuse me a moment.
Moment, and Eager's just gonna Eager's gonna just walk out of the tent.
Him be like, okay, bye.
Yeah, he's just gonna walk like speed walk.
He's gonna power walk with
Yeah.
purpose.
And where he gonna speedwalk to is the question.
It's indeed a very good question. I don't think he knows himself.
I really hope that Avis wasn't listening in me and
You were
I mean,
just
I
doing it
assume
right in the tent.
I mean
Everyone
I
in the
assume
tent
we
heard
were.
you.
Well, I'm see.
I
No,
was
I'm assuming that
sitting a
we're
little
talking a
and
little bit
not
quietly.
talking loud, just almost whispering.
Yeah, we were probably talking quietly. Like she wanted to talk about this like personally, so I assume she's not just straight up
Pause
talking.
right there, Iger.
Okay. Oh God.
Iger, roll me a perception.
Oh boy.
Do I sense a disturbance in the force?
There's a naked chief who wants to go in. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Eager, as you have walked up to the farthest bank up, you see some screens have been set up, and you see herbs and incense being burned, and you hear singing.
Does the singing voice sound familiar? Oh, did we just lose somebody?
No.
I
Pepper's logged. No, not Pepper. Riot's logged off.
yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Out of the roll 20.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
He might just have lost connection. But yes, you do recognize the singing. You also hear a few other voices singing along as back. Honey? What is it when you have one main singer and then, for example, two or three who sings along but has in the background?
Uh,
Uh,
I'm still in roll 20. So
Backing vocals.
Backup singers?
It's
yeah,
a choir. The backup
ba-
singer's choir.
well, backup singers basically. I guess.
Right.
And you hear the splushing of water. You
Does
take
it
a
sound
peek.
like? Does it sound like it's sort of? Is it like? Does it sound like some sort of like religious singing? Like it's some sort of like ritual or like does it sound like it's praising like a higher being?
It sounds ritualistic, but not in a way you might recognize. But it is something about asking for one to be clenched, so to speak. and giving grace to the water spirits for helping one getting clean.
I'm just gonna not mention what I thought I heard there. um. uh. Well, if they set up screens specifically to block the view, I'm not like dumb enough to not respect the privacy that is supposed to create. But
Do it.
No, no, I tell you to not do it.
Do it.
I think
Do it.
he's just gonna sit. Like, are these screens set up in the water, or is it a part of the shoreline that is sectioned off? How is it set up?
It's basically a few screens with like a half roof that's been set up. Um, so it's not really because it's blocking anything from the sides. If you go around the screens, I think it's more of
Just
you
blocking
know,
direct view from the camp.
yes.
Right, right. Um, you know, I'm gonna
Be bold.
I'm gonna sit on the other side. I'm gonna sit on this side of the screens and just listen to it. Just not saying anything, just being quiet, respecting their privacy, but listening to what they listening to any conversation that may be happening, anything that might be mentioned.
You're just snooping, like just listening
I'm
in
not
on.
snooping. I'm just
Oh, you
listening.
are snooping pretty much.
Well, I've already said I did it now.
Oh boy. So, what did you gather out of them, dearie?
Oh no.
She was an agent.
Well, it seems two of them are already spoken for,
Of
my
course.
lady. Hmm. What about the man with the mark of thunder on him? He's big, he's strong, he's powerful, and he did save me after all. Well, from my understanding is that their female brave and their scout is spoken for. I don't know if it's with each other or with someone back in their tribe. But it also seems they have more than just one clan in their tribe, so that's at least something. Also, that big tree that popped out seems to have maybe made by some of them. And there's also another man In a tribe who's not spoken for, but he already has 2 daughters, it seems. 2 daughters already? Is he some kind of strong-blooded man? Since apparently he got already 2? I'm not sure, my lady. Maybe he has some power to him that is very sought after. Or it can be he comes from a prestigious bloodline. You never know. Hmm. I think I might take the man with the storm markings. After all,
And that's the cue Eager takes to get the F out of there.
But I do wonder who of the women should maybe get married into, since one of them is already forspoken, you said. Hmm. There is the feisty one. And there is the quiet one. It would be fun to take the feisty one, though. Seems like she's very much in disagreement with me taking
Oh
him.
god. Iger is actually moving before he heard that.
Oh yeah,
That's
and
the
by the way,
last you hear.
he's
That's the
he's
last you hear as you
and by the
walk
way,
off.
he's not stealthing. He is booking it.
The feisty one will fight back. Just saying.
As you're very loud with your walking back.
Oh no, you fucking. Okay.
I'm gonna roll.
Here's Sparrow's like, no, why you come to me?
Of all the people. Of all the people. You came to me.
Of course I come to you. They mentioned you.
Fuck.
You are the Riz Lord. We know we come to you for any matters about Riz.
No.
Oh, thank God. No, no.
Ah! We're dead.
You have been discovered.
And like that, you've doomed both of us.
Yeah, you see Eager come at you full sprint.
I am cooking, having the time
People
of my
are like
life.
trying to touch off the ray as you basically just, dashing through a crowded plazas for people are starting to gather up, cook food and whatnot as the sun is starting to set.
Spirits!
What? Cook? What? Why are you?
Spirits, we got a problem.
What's going on? And why are you running?
Well, I sort of happened to overhear something that concerns me, and should concern you as well.
Like? Understand, there is a crowd of people around us. And I am still cooking as we're talking.
Oh, he knows. So don't forget, no inhibition.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck, that's right. You don't care.
I don't know who it was, but it seems very likely that it was the chiefess and some of her maidservants.
Okay.
Talking about binding some of the tribesmen of their tribe to ours, and they seem to speak very specifically of you and me.
audible blink. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What? I don't know. What do we do?
What? I'm sorry. What'd you say? I didn't catch that bit.
What do we do?
Okay, I thought you said, what did you do? I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Well, first thing I'm...
Focus completely off the food.
No. No. The first thing he says is, first of all, finishing this. I guess find the others?
Okay.
I don't...
Okay, and then what?
I guess we're gonna have to deal with this. Because sadly we need good relations with them.
Well, yeah, no, I get that, but... I mean, you already have 2 kids.
Yes? Wait. Then the realization hit. Oh no.
Yeah, what else do you think I was talking about?
To be honest with you,
The guy who is like standing next to you and helping you cooking, just like, you got 2 kids already. Congratulations.
thank you. They're lovely girls.
Ah, I have a son and a daughter myself.
This is not relevant.
It just completely goes off.
Also, if the lady wishes to marry you, I would dare not to say against it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You should take it as a great honor.
The thing
It's
is,
to
Look
be
at him go,
bounded.
shut up, bro, you're not helping.
I appreciate your...
Him just cracking the skewer while you guys are talking.
Love this iteration.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It just... I appreciate the concern and telling us that. That's very important. Back to the matter at hand.
Hey,
But-
OC.
Eager, you're
you
aware
have
that my
still one
situation's
way.
kind of strange. I don't know how else to put it. You're a lot more free than I am.
Yeah, which worries me. That's the whole reason I am worried.
The best I can
You saw that woman's eyes.
Yeah. She looked like she was staring at a predator staring at her prey. Why? Oh. I can't exactly help you. Because if she's after you, there's not much I can do to stop her. And there's not much we can do to stop her.
Well, you can excuse that you hadn't thought that you were going to be the ones marrying into the families, but still, it is a great honor to marry into one of the families that are leading the tribes, you have to remember.
That is true. This man is not helping us at all.
No, he's absolutely not.
We're just
Don't
saying,
worry. Okay, we'll give you a different advice.
still
You can-
cooking.
Okay.
Shut up,
okay.
bro, you're still not helping.
Okay, I'm gonna go find the rest.
Wait, before you leave, where did you hear this?
Over by the riverside.
And you sprinted from there all the way over here.
Well, yeah, you needed to know.
Were you followed?
Oh God. Oh God. Okay, I need to go.
There's a reason why Spirits is now wise. The realization.
And I guess he come back to the top.
You
Oh,
book it
boy.
into the
Say-
tent.
His cooking now becomes a 1.
Oh, I'm fully cooking. No, it doesn't. I still focus on the cooking. I can multitask.
You got a debuff now. It's all fucked. It's all
The
bound
fuck
up.
I do!
I could go into the tent.
But
Oh
the
yeah, no,
guy
you come
next to you,
stumbling in.
Spirus,
Huh?
before we go to that, you can always just say that you are the first diplomatic party coming. You aren't need to feel forced to marry now.
Did
It
did,
can be set up at a later date.
did he run off when that was said?
Yeah, he just ran out before he had a chance to say this.
That's
Like Eager is not thinking right now. He is just moving.
that's
So
good
for
to know.
He's in panic mode.
confirmation, Eager heard all that about quote unquote the feisty one.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he heard
He
that was
also
the
heard the
last
last
I heard.
bit, yeah. He also heard the last
Lovely.
bit.
Wonder what he will do with that information.
Well, he seems to be telling everyone everything at this point, so I'm sure he's fine.
Yep.
Lovely.
What's now?
Well,
Well, Eager, you're here now.
So Eager comes stumbling back into the tent.
Sweating profusely, covered in dust, even though he cleaned himself up earlier.
What is
Right,
what is
he's
that?
very confused seeing him
Yeah,
run
I agree.
away and then come back.
You okay?
What are you doing?
Oh god, we got a problem.
What happened?
Riot, come into the tent.
Um,
There's problem.
Sort of overheard a conversation, I suppose. That perhaps I was not supposed to be hearing. Talking about binding the tribes by sending out by having some members intermarrying, and there's being a strong indication on several of us.
Oh goddamn.
What?
Isn't this what we want?
No.
yes and no.
What do you mean no?
Yeah. Like I told you before,
I'm sorry. Did any of us ever discuss this before going here? I
Also-
don't think we planned for any of this.
Also, I don't know how I don't know how they know about this, but for some reason, they're aware that everyone except for Ryeth and Uka are still like single, I suppose, unbound.
You are afraid they're gonna choose you?
Afraid? You saw the way that woman was looking at me. I'm certain of it.
Oh yeah.
Again, isn't this what we wanted?
No,
To
it is
bring
not.
The tribes together.
Iger.
We can find out a way to avoid this.
Also,
Iger-
Eager is shouting, by the way. He's not paying any attention to who might be
Also-
listening.
Maybe lower your voice a little bit. Not the entire camp needs to hear this.
Take a deep breath. Lower your voice a little. I know that they talked a little, but I heard something about they talked a little about it's tradition when you have an alliance, one woman and one man for each tribe gonna marry into. So a woman for our tribe marrying a guy for their tribe, and a woman for their tribe marrying a guy for our tribe. That's what I heard.
From who?
Sure, but marrying the top of one tribe is obviously better than marrying the bottom.
Yeah, but
Right.
normally this don't. It's actually no matter how big or low you are in the hierarchy, it could be arranged. And sorry to say, Agar, you have a lot of people who look at your way at home. If there are any of those you fancy, you maybe could do an agreement with them and say I'm already spoken for if you want to get rid of it.
Okay, now hold on just a minute. I'm not just gonna lie to them. You think they can't see through that?
I told you, choose one and make an agreement. Is there anything,
suppose
one in the camp you
wouldn't-
fancy?
Oh no.
Eager legitimately goes quiet for a bit and just kind of looks up in thought.
Ava's like waits with like, oh my god,
mean,
what's he gonna say?
I mean, not somebody in particular, no, but like that'd be incredibly insulting to them as well, don't you think? To
I
just
know.
use them for convenience.
I know. But you have maybe the rest of the night or a few hours to think of this. So you wanna get married to one of theirs?
I
Or
don't think I don't really think I do, because I did not think of being quiet while I went back.
Well,
I mean, if
we
they tend to use us for convenience, why not use them for convenience?
if it's well, I mean, if it's really something we have to do, I could maybe pretend to be,
What?
What?
Nah.
Pretend what?
Avis, you're gonna have to speak up. You're mumbling.
Well,
yeah,
like just
This is fucking great.
does anyone of the girls need to be worried or
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But all four of the unbound people in our group have been mentioned. All of them.
oh, so everybody except me and Riot need to be
Yeah, yeah.
any in particular though.
I mean, I don't know how the rest feel about it. I know like Spears already has 2 kids. I don't know if he feels the need to bind himself to someone again, but I mean,
he has
you
two
you
kids
and
but no
you and
wife.
Jimmy are still unbound, aren't you, Avis?
Uh, I mean, yeah.
Like I know we're probably not going to be forced into this, but I won't be surprised if they will aggressively pursue it.
Well, I mean, if we want to maybe avoid, if we're gonna use the plan of saying that you're already um spoken for, uh,
They want to know who then. So
But yeah, but I don't even know how they. I don't even know how they know. How do they know that we're unbound?
did anyone tell them?
Well, I most certainly didn't. But like, I know Spears has been talking to people. Me and Avis have been going out talking to people. And
Uka was
you've been
talking.
Oh God, you've been speaking to the chiefess's aide, haven't you?
Yeah, I was outside. I
she
heard
was
everything.
asking about something about how the tribe works and stuff like that.
Nothing else.
About planting and stuff like that.
Nothing else. You're sure of it. You
She
didn't mention
mentioned
anything about our group.
she mentioned who was single and who wasn't.
She asked once about because she, you know, the thing you and I talked about,
Oh God.
Well, they know.
and I told her that I was getting married in next full moon. That's
Oh God.
what I told.
Oh no. Well, cat's out of the bag, I suppose. Okay, we need to think of something. We need to think of something to deal with this.
Well,
Do we know any strong males in the tribe who we maybe could present as better for the chief? If you
none that I know of.
want to go free.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe some of the younger shamans in the shaman circle, but I don't know if well, it really of course depends on if they even strike her fancy. And she definitely seems to have stricken her fancy with me.
What I would think around her fancying you, she fancy power. Strong men. Do we have anyone who is just as strong or stronger than you?
Well, do we have any of the surviving warriors in our group? I mean, we did lose a bunch of them during the invasion, but
Yeah, but we still have a few left of the good warriors, I think.
what about Talos tribe? Does he have some left?
He only male he has is a younger brother, and they have 4, 5 unmarried women.
Well, actually, that's not gonna work. Like that, they don't represent the deer tribe.
Pass. Do we have any high quality families? I know that could have a potential male or woman.
Well, you do have a few cousins who might be eligible. A few cousins that might be eligible. But you're not entirely sure because it's not that part of the family you spend much time with, so to speak. You haven't really kept
Wait,
track of them.
wait. I still have a brother alive, don't I? He was
You
injured
do.
during the combat, but he wasn't dead.
You still have brother, yes, a really strong brother actually.
Some of you also have family you can literally throw at the problem if you don't want to yourself.
For
yes, family.
for the women's, I maybe could suggest one of my cousins. She's unmarried, and what I know of her is that she's a pretty good-looking, fertile woman.
I don't think that's really the situation we're dealing with here. We need to. This is also about willingness.
She's desperate. She's around my age, and I know she's desperate for getting a bond made.
I'm sorry. Good looking and desperate. Those things don't really seem to go together all that well.
She has a little of a temper.
So, like your mother, pretty much.
Yeah. She didn't find the match she's actually like yet.
Well, there is most certainly tougher men here to find.
Because
That
the one she was going to be bonded with, or there were talks about bonding with, kind of died
Oh.
during the assault.
Hey, Iger, actually. Do your brother actually got married yet?
no, he's unbound. He's
He is a strong male. Just saying.
sorry. Are you just casually trying to hitch your cousin with my brother?
No, not my
What?
cousin. The solution for your problem.
Or it's
Well, I don't like. I'm okay. Listen, I may be slightly panicky here, but I'm not gonna use my brother as a human meat shield.
What
look.
if he
Just
likes?
casually pimp out your brother.
Maybe what if we do is we just say that we're unavailable, um, and
I
then maybe a different group that we send here could arrange such a marriage. Is it
But you're
are
not
we actually? Do you know
unavailable.
if we're actually required to make this marriage happen like while we're here now?
well,
Like it
no,
might not even be a
of course we
problem.
don't need to do that now, but still, I mean, well, first of all, it would be incredibly rude to just straight up shoot them down. So we should at least hear them out. That is at least
Yeah,
respectful.
and if the person who is suggested for the bond isn't feeling the right match, we can maybe say that we maybe have some more suitable at the camp.
I guess.
And if they could choose theirs, we could bring
I mean,
them
we could.
back with
I mean,
us.
we
So
can't decide this right now anyway because we would need the approval of the chief of our own chieftain for this exchange either way.
You've
yes,
been given that permission to do that yourself with the you wield the staff, the totem.
so basically tell them that so we have more time that we need to make agreement with our chief who if the bonds is of his fit.
Right. Okay. Could that
That
we
will
could
buy
do
you some
that.
little more time. Don't panic.
Yeah.
I
They
I
don't
don't
say, "Hey,
understand.
get married in the second will." You know.
You you
Yeah. No.
uh
Sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put my foot down here. The way she was looking at me made me nervous as oh get out. I,
Hey, don't
you
worry.
can't blame me for getting nervous when someone's looking at me like that.
Don't worry. I know the feeling of getting nervous when people look at you like that.
Oh God, I haven't done something to offend you again, have I?
No, 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 not you have not done anything to offend me. Don't worry.
I
Okay.
don't understand this. You are unbound, so what's the problem? Isn't this how this works?
Not really,
Riot.
actually.
I mean, that's how it was
Riot.
with me.
On
Isn't
what
that how?
basis do you think you got bonded to Nala?
Because she wanted to.
Yeah, why did you think she wanted to? Out of convenience? I don't
I
think so.
I don't
Because she
know.
genuinely loves you.
Yeah, Nala is madly in love with you.
I mean,
But
I can't say for certain that that's not the case with Ascenti, but like like marrying for convenience is not is it might sound simple, but it's not.
that's how it is with me.
You're telling me you married Nala out of pure convenience?
Because she wanted to. So I wanted to protect her. That's it.
But you told that you love her.
I I care for her a lot.
Yeah, you think
I
that's
didn't in the beginning, but I didn't know you people at the time.
So
We
instead
don't
of
know these people, so
instead
it's
of
kind of the same.
fearing, maybe learn the customs
That's
and
what I'm trying to do.
don't agree to anything yet.
For now, we should just at least hear them out.
Yeah, hear them out and take one step at a time.
Oh,
What?
so am I not eligible enough for you?
Oh God.
Oh god,
Man,
the
I did a
chief is
perception
there.
check exactly for this reason, and then this just happened.
Oh
Man,
God.
The chief is there, isn't he? She.
Igor freezes up.
After all, I was thinking of giving you the greatest honor I could bestow on someone who did save my life after all. But if you don't find me eligible enough, then fair enough.
Um, uh, no, no, listen, listen, it's not like that, okay? Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. You are attractive, and you are very strong, and that is something I would look for in a partner, but it's too early for me. I cannot decide that quickly, okay?
I am not saying we are going to be full out married just yet now, am I? I'm asking as a potential to maybe be bound. Like she is, and she makes a hand gesture towards Uka.
You know what? Sure, that sounds fair. I as long as I don't have to immediately give an answer to that, because I cannot
I wouldn't.
provide an answer that I cannot say for sure that I won't regret.
That is fair, we can try out. I am not going to rip you out of your home and family just out of the blue like that. I wouldn't do that. I thought you would know that I wouldn't do something that I have been put through.
Actually, where should the one getting born actually live?
Well, she sits down by the fire. Normally, at least to our custom, the woman follows the man she marries, but in my case it's a little bit different since I cannot follow him because I am of much more higher standing than him.
Yes, you're the chief. I know.
I cannot leave my tribe, now can I?
No. I know.
So normally he would then potentially be forced to move here, unless of course he has another bondsmaid, and she stares at Avis as she says that.
she glares back.
Evis looks. Karen looks. I mean, Wrath looks at both of them confused.
That I am willing to share if that would be the case. That he comes and spends a moon here, a moon home, so that we can have some time to learn each other.
Avis opens her mouth like she wants to say something, but doesn't.
I'm not going to pull him straight away from home. But I do expect if we do get serious that you will consider moving to spend majority over here.
And back to glaring.
Of course, your family can also come here for visiting or even move in if that's no problem since we live very communal with big families together.
Well, would happen to be the case that during the last invasion, a severe amount of my family was cut down, so not many of them are left. But that that would make things a little more convenient were we to move forward with that.
Oh?
But still, we have still the all the things in the camp who can't be moved.
Excuse me, you were saying what again? I need to make sure I heard it
I look
correctly.
at him. If you want to move the camps together as a union, we still have a problem with we can't move our camp.
I don't think she necessarily means joining the
Not
entire two camps together, Uga. I think she means specifically the families of those that are getting bonded to the other tribe.
She nods to that. It is not uncommon that families marrying into other tribes take their entire family with them.
See, there is, well, I would not necessarily call it an issue, but there is another conflicting fact that I have been appointed as the successor of our leader, of our shaman, head shaman, and I'm tasked with recording the history and the the
So
success of the deer tribe. So I don't know how that would interfere with the situation.
You would still be able to do that.
but a head shaman should be mostly in the shaman, in the camp.
I know. But he can travel between easily since we are that close, are we not? Besides, my tribe doesn't necessarily stay here forever.
Well, the open path towards Yggdrasil makes it a lot easier to travel in between,
Who?
especially.
Hager, we don't talk about that.
Oh, um, uh, well, I feel like I should explain that at a later time, but perhaps I'm not the best person to explain that. But um, we did recently we did recently have a significant, well, not significant, but a straight line of the forests um, deforested, which created a large open path, which significantly speeded up our travel here, which made it a lot more convenient to travel in between through the forest. If the situation calls for it, perhaps that can be extended all the way through the forest.
Oh, like our footpaths.
Yes, but much
Hmm.
wider.
Hmm.
Because as far as we have, as far as we've been traveling through the woods that have been untouched by human hands, it has taken us several days or even weeks to travel through. But that path allows us only a few movements of the sun to make much larger distances. course, that sort of construction doesn't provide any
Come.
aid in the open plateau, but
So you're saying that your tribe is willing to make a footpath from your place to here?
if it if it would if it would aid in strengthening the alliance between the tribes, I don't see a reason why not.
We could make use of the wood.
It
Yes.
would also expedite the exchange of goods between our tribes.
It would help sending people and trade between us. I might even send some of my braves to help out cutting down the trees.
We maybe could provide some strong tools.
Perhaps these are
Coming.
things. Perhaps these are things we should be discussing after we officially have made the alliance.
We are almost as official we can be, I would say.
So you are agreeing to the alliance?
Well, he did agree to a bonding ceremony with me, did he not?
True.
That means it has
Hold up, did you?
officially become. She says with a smug grin on her face.
It was like panically looks at. Hang on, wait, did you? I mean, not hang on, eager. Wait, you agreed?
As we've said before, Avis, it's not a bond. A bonding doesn't necessarily move through to marriage, but I
You
suppose I
know,
inadvertently did.
you know the way I am right now with Tallow, and
But
Well, you're
not
already
more
getting
after
set
a
up for
week.
marriage, aren't you?
Yes, but before we getting married, we just bond like this.
that
We just choose to take the next step and get married.
And well, I don't know really. I'm not really sure if that is a possibility due to, you know, it being a exchange between tribes. But do are bonds is it possible to have multiple bonds at once? I mean, not that I'm suggesting that I should, but
Oh, you can have as many bonds as you will, just as long as you remember that I
oh,
also has a stake on you.
oh, believe me, my memory. I got no problem with my memory. And I'm sure that if that were the case, that you would be very happy to remind me of it. Um, so yeah, I suppose.
Arthur will nod
Um,
in approval.
may I suggest for a more free will that if you choose your man from your tribe, then we could bring him back with us.
Introduce him to potential suitors at your tribe. I'm
Yes,
sure we can figure something out.
so maybe the women maybe could have a choice. I know we have a lot of women in our camp who should be really good fertile at the moment. And seeking a bondmaid. But we need to talk with the chief.
Of course, you will need to talk with your leaders.
Because the only thing he give his permission to is to talk of alliance and then come back with the demands of the alliance. Because he wishes to have peace and wishes to have alliance with you guys.
He wishes good blood between our tribes, I see.
Yes.
And well, many years between us. I too only wish for that. And I'm sure also we can come to an agreement. But the feast is soon upon us. So how about we take this talk after the feast?
Yes, and we can prepare what to do after.
Well, guys, it happened.
Yep.
And I guess Avis is not happy.
Really, no.
Oh, believe me, there's going to be more, and it's gonna be good.
Concern.
But, my dear viewers, dear players, this is where we were going to call session for today.
Phew.
Oh,
It's almost the time we are ending normally, honey. Don't you dare.
I know.
I thought we were always.
Just
I thought you
before
were
called-
aiming for
It's
4
called
hours, huh? It's still 20
cliffhangers.
minutes, huh?
Oh no.
I said around 4 hours game time I'm usually aiming for.
It's called
A little bit
cliffhanger.
before because
It's called a cliffhanger.
I can feel I'm starting to get a little bit tired, and I want to go through with the feast and the party that comes afterwards with a fresh set of eyes and all that. But again, dear viewers, join us again next week at the same time as always for the continuation of this little journey where they are about to face the festivities and consequences of alliancing with another tribe. But again, till next time, bye bye.
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 Wish me luck, people.